My name is Jason. I'm in my fourth year of kinesiology at UFE, and I've been running my business in Chilliwack the last 2 summers. Um, I don't know what else is there to say on that one.
No, that's everything. Awesome. Well, thank you for highlighting who you are. Thank you for sitting down with me. We just wrapped up your second year with us. Your first year you did $135,000, and this year you just finished at about $195,000, which is super impressive, way above average, way higher than your goal. Which is awesome. Not many people can say that they actually hit or beat their goal, but you did. You won the quality award with us this year for doing a superb job for your clients. You had tons of amazing reviews, which is awesome. And I'm super stoked to see, where that takes us next year and kind of what we get up to. But thank you for taking the time to sit down with me. I would love to just ask you some questions and kind of get a feel for what it is that we do here and kind of why you're doing this with us, to hopefully help some other students that might be interested in doing a kind of a unique summer type of work. So essentially, what made you want to get into running a business with us in the first place?
So I painted for 2 years before I even considered wanting to run a franchise. I painted for a couple other franchise or student franchises first, and then after that, I was moving to BC. And the next step just made sense to take the next step, start running my own franchise, just so I had way more opportunities. I got way more value for what amount of effort I was actually putting in.
Sweet. So what did you learn then by running your business? What have you learned?
So I definitely learned how to kind of manage my time a lot better than what I used to. Um, when I was just a painter, I didn't really have the value of how many hours were in my day, because when you're the boss, if you aren't organized with your time, then you could easily put in a 14, 15-hour day. As a painter, you probably don't have to do that very often. But when I started running my business, you just have to realize the importance of becoming more organized.
Wicked. Yeah. And I mean, you came into this with zero business sense, no formal business school, no nothing. Um, do you think that kind of, I mean, you still did way above average. Do you think that was super important? Did you think that maybe you were able to learn enough of the business skills here? Or what was that like?
Yeah, it was definitely pretty not easy, but I guess easy to learn some of the business skills because, well, StudentWorks, the like meeting or the training that we get right off the start helps a ton. Um, I was just flying in blind right off the start, but like the systems that they teach you in play or put in place for you, it's literally just you follow the rules or follow the systems, and it's going to make your life a lot easier.
What did you learn from running a business in these kind of current times that you think might help you, to do well in the future?
Running a business in these very weird times, it definitely makes you realize how much like you have to take advantage of or have the ability to like adapt and learn on the go, because the way we went about estimates completely changed right off the start. We had to change how we gave information to clients. And then if you're kind of stuck in your old ways, then your business could fail pretty easily if you're not willing to adapt. So just learning that you have to be able to adapt to whatever gets thrown at you definitely is going to help for the rest of my life.
You definitely did, substantially better than last year. And I don't think it really impacted your business whatsoever, which is good. But again, it's by taking that kind of initiative to not let it phase you and kind of just roll with the punches kind of thing and adapt as we did as a company, but you within your own business having to do that as well, which is sweet. So what did you take away from the program outside of like maybe like some of the like kind of core business skills?
Um, I definitely took me completely out of my comfort zone. I'm naturally a very introverted person, but just a couple weeks ago, my painters and I were talking, and they look at me as an extremely extroverted person, which is definitely not who I see myself as. Definitely not who I am. But when you're forced into the situations to really kind of grow as a person. I definitely just became more social. My people skills are 1,000 times better than what they were 2 years ago, and I can pretty much talk to anyone now.
That's wicked. Yeah, no, that's really cool, and I see that, and I am excited to see where that goes after next year and so on too, which is kind of brings me to my next question. So you're coming back for a third year. Why and what are you looking to get out of it?
Well, I managed to hit all of my goals for this past year, but I still had so much room for improvement on like a variety of areas. Like just if I'm even like 5% more organized than what I was this year, then there's going to be more success in my business and just even my life because I'll be able to balance things more. I can kind of develop some sort of work-life balance as well as doing hopefully even more in production.
How was your work-life balance this past year?
Um, it was better than my first year, but it still wasn't great. I got pretty consumed in work sometimes, but um, my first year was I was kind of grinding quite often, like not really taking any days off. But this year, I managed to I started going home at like a decent hour. Um, by June, I was probably going home around like 3 o'clock at a normal hour, like a normal job. And then right now, I still have I'm back in school, still have some painters working, so that my work-life balance is kind of nice in that sense.
Perfect. Yeah, I just like to highlight sometimes, that it can be a grind, but there is a place to kind of get control of it and to have that balance. And we see a lot of operators. Sometimes they get it right away. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Sometimes they never figure it out. But there definitely is a place to be able to balance where you can start to take time off and delegate and do that. Where at a traditional job, maybe you're kind of stuck, in your time frame and you have to work those hours, right? So final question: if you could give a piece of advice to someone looking to maybe run their own business or work with us, what would that be?
That is going to be well, it's going to be tough, but definitely not impossible. If you make sure you're listening to the systems and listen to your DM and actually try and have some type of organization in your life, then your business can run fairly smoothly, and you'll be pleasantly surprised with what you can do for yourself.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you again for answering all those. Thanks for taking the time. And I'm sure we will speak again soon.